everyone, Lou here. Over December, Internet Co surprised every Vocaloid fan on the planet by making a Synthesizer V voice bank for our favorite carrot queen, Gumi. Today, here's a review of Gumi for Synthesizer V. Okay, one thing I find very interesting is the fact that Gumi already had a Vocaloid 6 AI voice bank and was basically the mascot for the engine since the Krypton Vocaloids, IA, and AH Software's Vocaloids all yeeted the Vocaloid engine for other ones like Synthesizer V, Chevio, and Krypton's dogshit NT voice banks. I guess either Vocaloid 6 isn't selling as well as Yamaha projected, probably due to its severe limitations despite being AI voice banks, and so I guess Internet Co decided to do a little Hannah Montana here and have the best of both worlds. Now, the theory is that Gumi's Synthesizer V voice bank was actually entirely recorded using Vocaloid 6 recordings, and I can see how that's fully possible. I can't imagine there's a massive difference in recording lists for Synthesizer V and Vocaloid 6, so I can see it. But for many, it opens the door that maybe Gakupo will receive a Synthesizer V voice bank too. I doubt it personally because unfortunately Gact has had a lot of medical issues in his throat that pretty much make it impossible for him to sing and is currently on a hiatus from his music career. I mean, his medical issues were so bad that a lot of people were pretty sure that his character Genesis in Final Fantasy VII would be axed from the Crisis Core remake, but you know, obviously that's not true because he's in there. Still though, I highly doubt it. Gakupo has received a lot of attention from Internet Co lately, but sadly, I don't think my beloved Eggplant Man will ever get an upgraded voice bank, and he'll just stay a Vocaloid 3 and Vocaloid 4 voice bank. I know that was a tangent, but I wanted to mention it because I see a lot of theories pop up on Twitter, so I kind of wanted to demystify the rumors and explain some truths. So now that I'm done rambling, let's start this review. So I'm going to be controversial and just be honest here that Gumi's Synthesizer V voice bank blows her Vocaloid 6 voice bank out the damn water. Up until a recent update in late December, Yamaha actually didn't even allow gender manipulation or expression with their voice bank, so it means Gumi's Vocaloid 6 voice bank was actually extremely limited in its capabilities.
無茶苦茶にしてくれないかい一生めぐかゆらんでるむちゃくちゃにしてくれないかい一生めぐかゆらんでる
However, the beauty of Synthesizer V voice banks is that there's not one, but 4 vocal modes that you can customize heavily to be in one note the entire track or more. Think of it like if Yamaha had actually evolved cross-synthesis instead of scrapping it entirely, or if the EVEC feature on the Pia Pro engine actually worked. In this case, Gumi's vocal modes are ballad, cute, soft, and vivid. So let's take a look at these voice banks and see how they add a lot of flavor and color to Gumi's vocals. Ballad to me seems to be somewhat soft, but holds vibrato incredibly well. It's kind of self-explanatory, but turning it up all the way makes it good for ballads and somewhat Celtic songs, as shown here in this example I cooked up.
There'll come a poet whose weapon is his word. He'll slay you with his tongue, ole, olai, O Lord. Ole, olai, lay, O Lord. He'll slay you with his tongue, ole, olai, O Lord.
Cute is a sort of cutesy style, somewhat powerful but not quite, but it does handle higher ranges pretty well. Think of it like this mode turned up all the way is something fitting for a Kyami Pyamu Pyamu song. That's the best way I can describe it.
簡単な感情ばっか数えていたらあなたがくれた体温まで忘れてしまったバイバイもう永遠に会えないねなぜかそんな気がするんだそう思えてしまったんだうまく笑えないんだどうしようもないまま
I mean, soft is super self-explanatory here. It's a soft voice. Turned up all the way gives Gumi a sort of soft whisper to her voice. If you blend it with ballad, then Gumi can sing a lot of emotion in her songs. Here, though, is just an example of soft only.
I've been watching you for some time Can't stop staring at those ocean eyes. Burning cities and napalm skies. 15 flares inside those ocean eyes. Your ocean eyes, no fair. You really know how to make me cry when you give me those ocean eyes.
Finally is Vivid, and I have a hard time describing this one because it's not quite a power voice unless you blend it with ballad, but I think of it something a little less like Miku's solid voice, if that makes sense. It's clearly meant for a harder tone for stronger songs, but you really need to mess with the perimeters if you want it to be like a power voice bank.
A pretty girl walks by my locker. My heart gives a flutter, but I don't dare utter a word. 'Cause that would be absurd behavior for little Miss Perfect. No, 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 no. I can't risk falling off my throne. La, 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 love is something I don't even know. Straight hair, straight A's. Straightforward, straight girl. Little Miss Perfect, that's me.
Now the other cool thing about Synthesizer V that I didn't explore in my Teto video because, as I said, I was very new to the paid version of the program since I was using the free version only before Teto, which was pretty limited. Okay, so the really cool thing is that in Note Properties, you can actually choose between singing or rapping, which feels like such a groundbreaking blessing, knowing that rap has always been very hard in the vocal synthesizer community to replicate, given that singing and rapping have different expressions in our voice. Here's a quick example I made of Gumi singing in the rap pitch mode, just to show how surprisingly good the rap mode is.
Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs. Eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs. Eat 'em up, eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
Mind you, that was just me showing the potential, and I'm honestly not someone who listens to rap a lot or does covers of Vocaloid's rapping, so you can just imagine the potential of someone who actually makes music like that in the genre. Another thing that I forgot to mention in Teto's video, but Gumi can also sing in English, Japanese, Mandarin, and Cantonese. Now, Japanese here is the default though, so if you want Gumi to sing in Mandarin, English, or Cantonese, you'll have to go to the Note Properties tab and select the language phonetics you're using. Otherwise, the engine won't render those phonetics and just leave them blank for Gumi to sing. Or if you want that to be the language of the entire track, you're going to have to go into voice settings on the track and select from there. Though just remember that with all of this, you can't do what I call phonetic pieces tuning in Synthesizer V because of the more natural rendering process, so you'll have to tune via pitch bends, but that's okay because like a holy gift from the sky, Synthesizer V lets you edit pitch bends on the timeline instead of guesstimating like in Vocaloid 6. As my final thoughts, I think Gumi is a brilliant Synthesizer V voice bank and one I highly recommend for anybody, especially new users to the program. I hope that she gets a light voice bank the way many other Synthesizer V voice banks do, because that would be so awesome for those who can't afford the full program to get at least a free version even if it's less quality and limited. For those interested in Gumi, down below in the description will be the product page to purchase. It's super easy by the way, since I know people get confused about purchasing digital products on a Japanese site. Just Google Translate everything and use PayPal because I always find they don't accept my card number for some reason. And then you're good to go, guys! What do you guys think of Gumi on Synthesizer V? Are there any internet co-voice banks you want for the engine? Personally, I really want Una for Synthesizer V and Gakupo, but that's never gonna happen, but still, as always, let me know down below. Hey guys, thanks for watching! If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new. If any of you would like to help support my channel in any possible way, my Ko-fi page is down below in the description, along with all of my social media. For any subscribers, new or old, who'd like to help with video ideas, or maybe just want to talk about anime or something, I have a fan server linked down below. See you next time!